Good afternoon, Irsidians. This is the UNN, Irsidian News Network. I am Tony Marco Polo and this is
Bruce McGuire.
And today's top news is the legalization of marijuana, the free trade agreement between China and the United States.
And also, the Genetone has believed that they have found the cure for HIV/AIDS, and a group of local vandalizers have been caught. Today's top stories: the government of Earth has finally signed the free trade agreement that they have been seeking for several months now with China and the United States. This means that there will be no more tariffs on some of the most important products for this country. Here's Brian Pantano with the full story.
Thanks, Bruce. I am on the scene at the National Building in our capital, Grizzly, where President North Face and Hu Jintao has just walked out of the building after signing the free trade agreement in order to benefit all of our countries. This free trade agreement will be implemented on March 1st, 2013 and will include absolutely any product shipped from any of the three countries. Meaning, I could ship a television or a couch from the United States and pay no extra tariffs other than the national sales tax on the product. This agreement is going to be extremely beneficial for our country as it will lead to better political relationships and it will allow our country to economically grow by selling our products much more freely to the United States and China.
Thank you, Brian. That reminds me, I have to buy my new computer once March 1st hits.
Now let's talk about the weather in Amsterdam this lovely day today. Here's Brian Temlin with the weather.
Thanks, Tony. Unfortunately, today is not that nice of a day in Amsterdam, as we are still in the middle of the winter. We are experiencing some cold fronts from the east that are expected to drop the temperature to around minus 20 degrees by midnight. But right now we are at a nice and bearable minus 10 degrees with an estimated 4 centimeters of snow from now until tomorrow morning. However, it is expected to warm up to a high of minus 5 degrees by Friday, with no snow expected after tonight.
Thank you, Brick. It's only in this lovely country that we could think of negative 10 degrees as a lovely day. After the break, marijuana is legal. Health and science company Genetone has announced the potential cure of HIV/AIDS under our own roof. Find out what this will mean for our country. We'll be right back after the break.
Hey Bruce, did you hear about that group of discriminators that got caught? Yeah, I didn't think so. The news just came in a few hours ago. Certain members from the group known as the CCC, Ku Klux Klan, was arrested while vandalizing the streets of Ersede. The reason for their arrest was that they were spray painting anti-religious symbols, discriminating the act's religion. As everyone is very well aware, anti-discrimination is a huge policy in our country. No one under any circumstance has the right to be discriminated for any reason. The offenders have been arrested and are standing trial and are expected to get over $500 in fines. Two of the members also could possibly obtain 2 years of jail time because it is the second time that they have broken this law.
I am Tony and I'm here with very joyous news. After a couple of months of immense petitioning and countless numbers of letters sent to the government, a final decision has been made. Marijuana has been legalized. Yes, I know what I said. Marijuana has been legalized. This decision was confirmed this morning as a government spokesperson publicly announced it. This does not mean that people can go smoke recklessly. There are still certain restrictions applied. The same rules for drinking and driving apply for smoking and driving. Anyone that is under the influence of marijuana may not get behind the wheel of a vehicle. While under the influence, you are considered impaired and not fit for driving, and if this law is broken, it falls under the Highway Safety Code, and the same consequences as for drinking and driving apply to smoking marijuana and driving. Buying marijuana is legal, so stores that wish to sell may do so. However, they must have a permit on selling marijuana. Similar laws from cigarettes apply to selling marijuana. The user must be over the age of 18 to have possession of marijuana, and when buying it from the store, federal sales tax of 5% applies. Our government would like to maintain a clean environment and control the pollution, So when buying marijuana from local convenience stores, an additional 3% sin tax is added. Also, there's a certain limit on how much may be sold at a time to a single client. Depending on the level of the permit, the quantities may vary, but if the business owner gets caught selling more than he's allowed, a fine will be set against the dealer and not the buyer. Now, let's listen to a small clip of the president of URSADE talking about the input of legalization of marijuana.
In other news today, police finally cracked down on a terrorist organization left in General Al-Adin's unruly presence. Police say that they have shut down the headquarters of the operation, and it's only a matter of time until the other cells end up collapsing without any rule.
In one of the most breaking news stories of all time, Genentech has announced the potential cure of HIV/AIDS as their vaccine has now moved on from primate to human trials. Here's Champ Kind with the story.
Thanks, Bruce. Well, I'm here at the headquarters for Genentech, and yes, this miracle vaccine might just be the cure for HIV/AIDS that the entire world has been looking forward to for many decades now. It has been working its way through the trials and has just been approved yesterday by the PHA, People's Health Association, for actual human trials. This vaccine is expected to be absolutely revolutionary for our world. Genentech has announced that they have now started shipping their vaccine to Canada, America, and China so that they can commence human trials also. Anybody who has been diagnosed with HIV/AIDS is eligible to apply for the testing and will receive 1,000 URCs for doing so. Although there are only 10 slots per Genentech clinic available, once this vaccine is approved, it is expected to sell for around 100 URCs per vaccine. The confirmation of the vaccine is expected to happen by early July or late June, and we can only hope for the best.
Thank you, Champ. What a great discovery for the people of URSADE.
This will probably be something that will be greatly beneficial for our country, and we can only hope that it works because it will end up saving millions of lives. Well, that's it for today. Stay classy, URSADE.